Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever Season 2, The Great Lakes. You join me sort of just milling around over the tops of the cities. What do we have to do today in today's episode? Well, there's a few things I want to do and we're going to jump straight into it. First of all, I'm going to create a route between St. Louis and Madison. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Well, actually, I don't know. I think that's probably going to be just a temporary route, St. Louis to Madison, because I'll probably switch it over to something else later. But that's the first one I want to do, and of course, the reason I'm doing that is I just want to get more and more trains. That's not right. That's not the station. There's the station. And over to Madison. There we go. Now you can see that's not running on the lines I wanted to run on, so we're going to fix that, and we'll fix it as it works itself out. So on these lines up to here, it's working absolutely perfectly. That's fine. It then comes in on that platform, which is what we don't want it to do. So it comes in on platform 8, I think. No, it's platform 14. Why do I have 14 platforms in this station? 2, 4, 6. No, actually, I don't have 14 platforms. 1. Yes, I do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Why did I do 14 platforms? I don't need 14 platforms. Surely 12 platforms, 10 platforms will do the trick. Well, okay. Okay, well, maybe we'll have to switch that over at some point. Anyway, what's it doing here? So, because it can't... See, it should be able to follow that along. Follow that along, follow that along, follow that along. Ideally, we should... okay. Fair enough. What it needs is a crossover just here. So, let's quickly put that crossover in. So, we'll get a diamond crossing here. This is going to have to be a fairly high-speed diamond crossing. The reason being is because the trains will already be up to a decent amount of speed here, you see. So too much slope. You're kidding me, right? Of course you're kidding me. There you go. There's not too much slope. Oh wow, there is a bit of slope. Did not see that. Oh well. Okay, so now we've got the crossover. So now what we need to do is we need to... Let's get Chicago into this. And then after Madison, we'll get Chicago again. And maybe that will give it the double. Yes, it does. There we go. Job done. Nice and simple. Nice and easy. That's going to be the only bit that it's going to go. We could have made that a bit closer. No, you know what? We'll leave it like that for now because I don't think this is going to be a very busy station. So we might as well do it like this now. What we need to do is we need to have some signals quickly put in. So let's get some signals. American semaphore. We'll have a signal just there. Alright. I don't know why it did that, but okay. And we'll have two. Let's put one here. And we'll put one right here. There we go. Right, so we've got 1, 2, signal, and it's signaled up quite... Is it signaled up decently along here? It's not actually. Those signals are far too far apart for that many trains to be running on this amount of track. So let's ease in the signals a little bit more. There's another one, and we'll put another one just near this coal quarry or coal mine. Quarry, well done. Coal mine. There we go. That should help that out. Then up here, we don't really have too much. We're not going to have problems up here. Coming into this station, do we need some signals? Yes, most likely we do. Just stick a signal there. That should be okay. And we've already got one leaving the station, right? Yes, we have. In fact, that signal is actually green because it looks like there's a train pulling out. Okay, so at the moment, this platform is very, very busy at the moment. Platforms 13 and 14. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 lines running, or 4 total stops running into platforms 13 and 14, which is pretty busy because we could actually switch them over to platform 11 and 12 for some of them, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're just going to let this run, and this is going to be what is it? It's St. Louis to Madison, isn't it? So it'd help if I could spell St. Louis right. There we go. That will do. We'll leave it blue so that we can see it, and we will get some trains rolling on it. Bye, trains. Ooh, should we start using the generals here, because we've got the generals on the main line, and oh, I didn't realize we had a caboose car. Okay. I didn't know that. Anyway, should we start doing this? Think. I mean, we could get the general running on here, but then it would get slowed down by all the trains that are running on this line at the moment. So really, I think a Baldwin 6-wheel is still the correct thing to do. I still think that's the right way to go. So we'll do that with 3, just for now, and these will be upgraded, and I think, should we say 3 trains? I think 3 trains should do the trick, and we'll set them all off on this new route, and hopefully, now let's get this playing. Hopefully they should be able to work themselves out. I'm hoping I've done this correctly so that they will be able to work themselves out. Is there something in the way? Ah yes, this train here. That's really quite battered and bruised. Hang on a minute. Is that the same Pullman cart? Passenger car? Yes, it is. This looks very... That one looks very shoddy. See, that one looks quite shiny. Oh, not shiny. But it looks quite new. This one looks quite... As you can see. Battered and bruised. It's seen better days. It's been working very hard for how many years? 16 years it's been at it. It's not bad, not bad. Anyway, there we go. Now the next train should follow it out. So we're going to leave them running, and we'll come back to them later on in this episode. What we're going to do is I really want to start sorting out the... Is it Cleveland? Yes, it was Cleveland. Let's see if we can sort this out within the next 10 minutes or so, or 12 minutes. So first things first, last time out, well, when we tried this last, this area was just not working out so well for me, as you can see. So I'm just going to see if I can just raise up the terrain a little bit, and then from that I will smooth it out. See, just give it a bit of smoothing. Yeah, you can tell that there was something there before, but we will sort that out in time. To be honest, there's probably going to be rails going there anyway. Now, what's annoying is I don't want this. That can't be there, because that's going to cause an issue. So I need to also raise up this bit of terrain here, and then smooth it out like so. Yeah, that looks like there was nothing there. And then we need to try and get some... Right, we need to try and work out how we're going to put the station in here. So last time it was stuck, it was here, and we really couldn't do much to it. What we're going to do is we're going to put a train... we're going to put that one in at 360 meters, as we always do. It's going to be 4-track. I think 4-track would be correct for Cleveland. Wait a minute. Is 4-track going to be right? Or could I manage 2-track here? I think here we're only going to need 2-track. Unless something's coming in from Columbus. Oh no, we're going to have trains coming in from Columbus. So no, 4-track is the right way to go. Okay, now the suggestions I've had is tunneling, curving it, working out the tunnel separately. All those suggestions. So let's see if I can get any of them working. So I'm going to turn this around first. Now, I've been told a good idea is to place it along the shore. So we're going to attempt that too. Which at the moment I'm getting an unable to align terrain error. But it will fit essentially just there. In fact, if I was to do that, I might be able to... You see, now I'm getting all this unable to align terrain. So it doesn't want to fit anywhere here. It will fit... I saw a spot. It will fit there. It will fit there. Oh, well, I clicked it, so I suppose that's where it's going. I did not mean to do that, but okay. So there we go. There's the station. Oops. Oops. I did not mean to do that because I was trying to get a better fit along this. But okay. There is Cleveland Station. So Cleveland can actually grow all the way out to here if it really wants to. Okay, next up is getting some of these tracks in. So the problem I was having last time was the fact that we wanted to tunnel. Now this time I might be able to avoid tunneling if I do this correctly. Or we could have 2 that go out tunneling. See, that could help if we had 2, and we've got some space here to do crossovers. If 2 tunnel, and that one would head. Where would that head? If we're going Columbus, Cleveland, I'm assuming we'd head to Philadelphia. So really, I'd want to join up to this set of track. Now I've also been told that this set of track, of course, wouldn't have. I think 4 tracks was the most it had round here. Oh, that's a lovely shot. 4 tracks. So I'm not going to increase this beyond 4 tracks. This is going to stay these 4 tracks all the way. Whether we pull freight out of this, you know, running it along here and up there, or not, that's staying 4 tracks. So if it went that way, this would then be headed up to this and joining onto this section here. Which could work. And we would actually end up having a route that would be going that way, and a route that would be going from Chicago this way. I mean, the problem here is that Toledo's really close, and we're going to have a train station in Toledo. So that's going to be 2 very close train stations. Short hop. Or maybe I'm just going to leave Toledo out. We'll just do it all with Detroit. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. But that seems to be okay. So what I need to do, yes, stop complaining. What I need to do first is, no, I don't want that. This is going to have to be a bit of a cut, which is something I don't like doing. And then we're going to have to tunnel it. Which I'm okay with the tunnel, because the tunnel will pop back out as soon as I can get it to pop out. Okay, so we'll do that. Let's give it a different tunnel entrance. You know when you click the... Oh, they still have those issues with the click spots. Oh wow, that was terrible. Why am I doing that? Down we go. Let's try again. There we go. There's the tunnel. That's the one I want. Okay, now we'll destroy the tunnel entrance because I've made a hash of that. And of course, that's going to happen. Not a good day. Not a good day so far. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. We can still get the tunnel. That's a good sign. In fact, now we can get the tunnel a lot shorter, which is good. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so there's the tunnel. That's one side. That's not bad. The other side, however, cannot tunnel. The other side needs to do this. Now this is where things are going to get quite interesting. So... oh, I know why I'm making these mess-ups. My mouse is in my wrong hand. Oh, that's what it is. Right, so... I don't want this to... so this is going to be... part one of this is going to be trying to get along this whole coast. Or this episode, and for the remainder of this episode and the next, it's going to be trying to get along this coast. And then I don't know what we're going to do when we get to Buffalo, but there we go. So the big question is, can I get along this coast? And I don't want to be too down on the shore, but I want to be able to place like a retaining wall. So perhaps about there, which is essentially straight. Or, hold on. I think I would need this to be... No. I'm just trying to work out what the crossovers are going to be like. Because I'm going to need some crossovers. How about there? Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And then that can run alongside that. And now the crossovers on this... we'll have to... will that crossover work? We'll sort out the diamond for this junction, I think, way after. Let's have a look. Oh, that's actually not bad. No, that's not bad. I can live with that. Okay, good. So at least we can then cross over tracks wherever we want. We'll have that leeway and freedom. By that, of course, I mean there's this. I've got to do the same this way. There we go. Which also works. That's looking quite good. Now it's just a shame that we can't actually then go ahead and do this on, you know, do that other crossover that we want to do. The diamond. Because if we could do the diamond... hang on. What was that? No, that wasn't. I was going to say, what happened there? Okay, so at least we've got that. So we've got a way out to Pittsburgh. Now, if I was to just, for the sake of it, try and work out how the connection's going to be up to here, what is it looking like? A tunnel that stretches for eternity. That's what it looks like. Look at the size of that tunnel. That tunnel is essentially cutting through the state of Ohio? That is cutting through the state of Ohio into Pennsylvania. And New York. This is New York, isn't it? I think so. That's New York. And that's Ohio. And this is Pennsylvania. Is Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania or Ohio? I think it's Ohio, so this is Pennsylvania. Either way, that tunnel is unacceptable. So we're not going to do that tunnel. What it does give me a good option to do, though, is a freight station. So let's see if we can just bring this out. Oh, why did it do that? That was weird. That was really weird. Alright, there we go. I can deal with that. It's a nice swooping Oh dear. It's a nice swooping curve. Yeah, look, that's not bad. Let's smooth up this little bit just here, if we can. Oh, and you know what? These tunnel entrances are far better than the other set that we've been currently using. So I might actually switch all tunnel entrances over to this, because they've got the rock formation just there. They just, yeah, they are so much better. There we go. It's a shame we can't see straight into them, but oh well. Alright, so we've got that bit done. We've got this station in, which took a little bit of thinking, took a little bit of well, actually that was a mistake, but it took a little bit of working out. I've been thinking about this for episodes. I'm sure you guys have with the suggestions, and we got this new train line running where the first train is actually headed towards Madison with a passenger, with a single passenger on board. I wonder where the next trains are. Oh, look at this. There's the next one. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. I like seeing that. And where's the one after that? Is that it? And that's the next one with 17 on board. And then behind that is the Chicago-St. Louis one. Oh, I should have just extended that one. That's not clever. Why did I not think of that? I'm sure some of you guys are probably screaming in the comments box. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you're on YouTube, please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever, and leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know if you remember why I put 14 tracks on this train station. I don't recall why I did that. I don't recall any reason that I had to put 14 tracks. I might cut that down to 10. If you think that's a good idea, leave a comment in the comments box. If you're on Twitch, thumbs up and follow, please. I would really appreciate that. That would really help me out. And last but not least, do support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would just help me to do everything that I want to do and you know, need to do to make this, to bring this even further. And as you can see, this, I mean, that is building up really nicely. And just take a look at that. I'm actually going to pause that to take a screenshot, even though that's not going to be a screenshot that I use for this episode. But there we go. I can take screenshots because, you know, my series. Yeah. Next episode, we're going to see if we can get, I've lost it, I'm upside down, that's why, there we go. We're going to see if we can get this track here worked out all the way along the shores of Lake Erie. That's going to be a tough one, so make sure you join me for that.